Money is supposed to give us freedom. It's the reward for our work, the tool that allows us to live, save, and dream. Yet, many of us feel poorer year after year, even when we work harder than ever. Something invisible is quietly eroding your wealth, and it's not your spending habits. It's a hidden tax called inflation, a force so subtle that most people don't even notice it until it's too late. Imagine you put $1,000 in a savings account today. Sits there untouched, growing slowly, or so you think. A year later, that same $1,000 can buy less than it did before. You didn't spend it, you didn't lose it to a bank fee. The loss comes from inflation, a silent, persistent reduction in the value of money. Each year, prices rise, and the purchasing power of cash diminishes. While your bank balance looks the same, the reality is that your money buys less and less. This hidden tax is universal. It doesn't care about your job, your age, or your financial literacy. From groceries to rent, from fuel to utilities, every price in the economy gradually climbs upward. The longer you leave money sitting idle, the more invisible tax you pay. Over a lifetime, the effect compounds, quietly draining the wealth that you worked so hard to build. You might think inflation is temporary, that prices will eventually come back down. But history shows a different story. Once prices rise, they rarely retreat fully. Businesses adjust wages, supply chains adapt, and consumer expectations reset. What was once expensive becomes the new normal. In this way, inflation acts like a permanent, one-way tax, steadily moving your standard of living upward, or forcing you to work harder to maintain it. Why does this happen? Part of it comes from central banks and governments. To stimulate the economy, they inject new money into the system. Banks lend it, businesses borrow it, and suddenly there's more money chasing the same number of goods. When demand exceeds supply, prices rise. Even small daily decisions matter. Buying groceries, paying bills, or delaying investment may seem minor, but over years, these choices amplify the impact of inflation. Understanding how the hidden tax works allows you to make intentional decisions about spending, saving, and investing. It's about shifting from passive money management to active wealth protection. Inflation is also uneven. Different sectors rise at different speeds. Housing, healthcare, education, and energy often increase faster than the official inflation rate. This means that even if you feel that prices aren't too bad overall, the specific costs that matter most to your lifestyle may be increasing far more quickly. The hidden tax is selective, targeting the essentials that you rely on most. The good news is that this isn't a hopeless scenario. Awareness is the first step. By understanding the hidden tax, you can take steps to protect your wealth and even grow it. Diversifying assets, investing in instruments that outpace inflation, and thinking strategically about spending are all ways to fight back against this invisible force. Wealth is not just about how much you earn. It's about how much your money retains and grows in the face of systemic forces like inflation. Ultimately, the hidden tax teaches an essential lesson. Money is not just a number in a bank account. It's a tool that must work actively for you. Letting it sit idle is surrendering to a system that slowly diminishes your power, your options, and your freedom. Protecting wealth requires knowledge, planning, and decisive action. Those who understand the hidden tax are the ones who will maintain financial security over decades, while others watch their savings quietly lose value. The silent erosion of purchasing power affects everyone, yet only those who act decisively will turn the tide in their favor. Inflation is not just an abstract economic concept. It is a tangible force that shapes your lifestyle, opportunities, and future.